A big part, said Apple design chief Jony Ive, was the loathing that we had for the phones that we were using. But the iPhone, sold to more than 1 billion and credited with ushering in the era of the smartphone, hasn't been without flaws. When asked by the New Yorker editor David Remnick about the most sold consumer device's biggest misuse, Ive noted that we users just can't seem to put the devices down. I think the constant use. I do think sometimes it's just nice to have space. I think we fill space because we can and not because we should. In an on-stage interview at the New Yorker TechFest, he talked about a range of issues including the role failure plays. Apple, for example, has been working on the upcoming iPhone X with Face ID facial recognition for 5 years. Steve Jobs and Jony Ive were close friends who had lunch together practically every day and who went on holidays together. Reuters. Steve Jobs and Jony Ive were close friends who had lunch together practically every day and who went on holidays together. He says 99% of the time, in fact, the things the company is working during the development cycle don't work to Apple's satisfaction. I've sidestepped a final query from Remnick on what his most interesting failure has been. I'm not sure if failure was interesting, he joked while acknowledging that we've made numerous mistakes. But I am confident that the mistakes weren't born from laziness or some self-satisfied belief that it's inevitable that they will be successful. We generally assume it's not going to work unless we can prove otherwise. I didn't give away much about the products Apple is developing for the future. There are certain ideas that we have, and we're waiting for the technology to catch up with the idea. But he says he is excited about artificial intelligence and what new tools that can lead to. And he hinted that there are opportunities around displays. I've said a breakthrough moment for him was when Apple co-founder Steve Jobs retook the helm of Apple and shifted the focus toward creative design rather than product sales. Steve was very clear that the goal of Apple was not to make money. And we were very disciplined and very clear about how we configured our goals.